to be launching a tasty pastry. It's a low-carb Pop-Tart. It's got 3 to 4 grams of net carbs, and we love this show. This is our best place to be in LA.
Welcome back to Legendary Foods, Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Tuesday, August 17th, 2021. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. Here's a fun fact for you. Did you know that people actually perform better when they're being watched? It's known as the Hawthorne Effect, and it's basically a psychological phenomenon that says people are more productive when they know that other people are watching them. And the reason I say that is because someone sent me this clip of Cambronero and Greene training back together last weekend. And when you get elite athletes like this together, you'd think that something like the Hawthorne Effect would be magnified even more. With Alex preparing to defend his Arnold Classic title, Kai possibly prepping for an Olympia run, well, they're both in a situation now where every day and every workout count. So if they can get any advantage at all, whether it's physical, mental, or something in between, it makes sense that they would try to spend these next 6 to 8 weeks pulling out all the stops. When I was watching one of those nature shows on Netflix a few days ago, I heard them say that lions actually like hunting during storms because the rain and the wind makes it harder for their prey to know they're coming. And now that we're all wrapped up in this middle of the contest season and everyone's attention is focused on who's doing what, it almost creates one of those perfect storm scenarios for someone like Quinton Eriya to slide in behind the storm without setting off any alarm bells. Last week, Quinton's team managed to slip in a physique update right before the Texas Pro, where he gave his fans a sneak peek at what he's been working on lately. Up to this point, I don't think Quinton's gone on the record to say whether or not he's planning to compete anytime soon, but I did hear a rumor about him potentially being interested in hitting the Toronto Pro in December, which might be a viable option considering that he wouldn't have to leave the country to do it. And if that's how it ends up playing out, it could end up being a great opportunity for him to slip in and steal a win before anyone even knows what hit them. A few days ago, someone asked me whether or not I thought Keone Pearson was going to crack the top 3 at the 212 Olympia this year. And to be honest, I'm not sure if I know the answer to that question right now. So I asked him another question in response. Instead of asking whether or not we think Keone is a top 3 Olympia competitor this year, what we really need to be asking is whether or not we think he's good enough to beat Shaun Clarida, Kamal Gargani, and George Peterson. Shaun is the defending champ, Kamal was the champ 2 years ago, and George has been a top 3 finisher in the last 3 Olympias in 2 different divisions. So when we're talking about the top 3, it's not so much a matter of who's in, it's a matter of who's out. And when you frame it like that, answering those questions becomes a lot less cut and dried. Since we're already talking about the 212 Olympia, I figured we might as well roll into this update of your reigning and defending champ, Shaun Clarida, as he prepares to put his title on the line for the first time 8 weeks from now. According to reports, about 2 weeks ago, Shaun's weight was floating around somewhere in the range of 193 pounds, which is up a few pounds from last year when he was at the same point in his prep. I saw a quote from Shaun a few days ago where he said that he was approaching this year's show like he was trying to win the title, not like he already had it. And I think that mindset is emblematic of the way he approaches everything he does. It's all gas, no brakes with him all the time because he doesn't have an off switch. And when a person can maintain that level of focus day in and day out, it makes it damn near impossible for everyone else to play catch up. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.